Today we are going to talk about filing your French taxes a little bit late. Are you going to pay fine, penalties? Are you going to jail? Well, you have to know it's never too bad. Hello guys and welcome to the French Tax Online channel. Today we are going to talk about filing your French taxes a little bit late. What is going to happen? Are you going to pay fine, penalties, blah, blah, blah? Are you going to jail? We will see all these useful questions with Joanne, who is the office manager of French Tax Online, and most of you know her already because we're doing a lot of videos with her. So she is going to ask me 10 questions about all this, and then I'm doing my best to answer them. Joanne, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. So Géraud, we constantly get this question, I missed the French tax deadline. So how bad is it really?
Well, you have to know that it's never too bad, okay? This is fine, this is happening every single day. You're not the first one, you're not the last one. That's okay. The only thing you don't have to do is not to do anything and wait and wait and wait, okay? You're late, that's okay. Just do it as soon as possible, explain the situation to the tax office, apologize, and usually you might not even pay any penalties. This is called the droit à l'erreur in French. And if you are someone in a good faith, you might avoid penalties on top of it.
So what exactly are the penalty rates and when do they
apply? So the basic minimum rate of penalties is 10% of the amount you owe to the tax office. Then it can go up to 40 or 80%, depending on the situation. Usually when you are in bad faith, you purposely did something wrong, right? So it's not just forgetting something. It's not doing something and doing it on purpose, which is very different actually. And on top of it, you are going to pay interest on the amount you should have paid before. The interest, are never refunded and cancelled, okay? It's like the French government made you a loan, pretty much, and you have to pay for this. Yeah. So this, we are never going to be able to escape it.
So it happens sometimes that I receive an email from clients asking, hey, I forgot to file my taxes because I filed my French income in another country.
Yeah.
So what happens in that case?
Well, in that case, your clients better do it as soon as possible. And of course, preferably before the French tax office is asking him,
yes,
right?
Definitely.
Because of course, doing it yourself means that you're someone in a good faith and it would allow you to avoid more penalties and fine. Okay, so yes, that's okay. You forgot, you were not aware of it. Just do it as soon as possible. Explain the situation, show that you did it somewhere else and you pay something in your own country. Usually, this is gonna be fine.
Yeah. What happens if a client gets a formal letter from the French tax office, which is called DGFiP, about a missing return?
Well, in this case, it's a bit more annoying because in this case, the tax office knows that you missed something, right? So they usually give you 30 days to comply the rules. I really advise you to answer within the 30 days because then they would become more aggressive, I would say. So if you receive this letter, please do it as soon as possible. Contact someone, us or someone else, but don't forget and don't let it down because this is the starting point of something which might go quite far, and do not think that the French tax office is going to forget. This is never going to happen. So letter means 30 days to do something, do it, and please do not wait 26 days to contact us. Thank you.
And of course, many people, they will of course try. Is there a way to reduce the penalties or even like get rid of them?
Yeah, well, get completely rid of them. I've seen it in my life, of course, but I would say that it's more and more rare, okay? It really depends on the situation and how much penalties you have. When you have the 40, you can go down to 10%, but taking off fully the 10% is quite rare nowadays. It's possible, but yeah, you better have a very good explanation. And if you're unlucky enough to have the 80%, it means that there is something a bit fraudulent in your case. So usually they are likely to be more aggressive with this.
Yes.
So yes, everything's possible. It really depends on the situation and how you're going to explain your delay or why you did not do something.
And what about clients that owe taxes and genuinely cannot pay? So
Well,
what are their options?
in this case, you can ask for a payment plan to the tax office, but you better explain them why you need a payment plan first. And usually the payment plan are up to 12 months, usually not more than that.
Yeah.
And you don't have to forget to pay any part payments of the plan.
Yeah. We've sometimes helped people with this request, but what I've seen also a lot is that they often ask a lot of questions about all the different sources of income, the amounts of income you have in your bank account. So you need to show like a lot of proof towards the tax office that you really are not able to pay those taxes. So it's not like an easy request done in a few seconds. For non-resident clients, do the same rules apply in terms of penalties, or are there differences?
No. It's exactly the same. With the interest rate is the same, 10%, 40%, 80%. It's exactly the same for resident, non-resident. The rules are the same. The only thing is, don't forget that usually the French tax office does not speak English.
Yeah.
So you might not be able to use the Shakespeare language. So if you want to discuss with them and ask for a cancellation of the penalties or anything else, you'll have to do it in French, okay? Because usually they refuse to speak in English.
Yeah, and sometimes they don't even process the request because they are like, okay, it's English, we don't understand.
Yeah, absolutely. It must be in French, of course, but all the rules remain the same, pretty much. The biggest issue we have is with second home owners. You know, when they receive a letter in the second home, problem is they go there every 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. So of course they're late, but it's not their fault because they could not get the letter on time.
Yes.
So this is sometimes problematic.
So what's the difference between a late return and a rectificative return?
A late return is something which is late, obviously. So you missed the deadline. And the rectificative is like a new return you do after the delay, but you did the first one on time, and then you found out that you missed something, there was a mistake for some reason, and you just do it again. But the second one might be past the delay, but given that you did the first one on time, there should not be any penalties. So it's quite different in the end.
So sometimes if people realize that they are like very late, very close to the deadline, they could file all the information if they are missing something.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not supposed to say it on videos because we're not supposed to do that. But yeah, I must say that it's true. Sometimes when we know we're going to miss the deadline, we do something quite close to reality and we wait for the information. And as soon as we have the final information, we do it again with a rectificative. And by doing this, we usually avoid any penalties. So it's actually quite a good trick.
One thing also maybe good to know, what I often see is that during the tax season, there's 4 different deadlines. And especially people that need to file a paper form for the first time, they sometimes refer to like the filing deadline of the department. So for example, Paris, which is in the beginning of June. So they don't file on the first deadline, which is 19th of May this year. But what I see is like generally when people file the return, even like a few days late, in general, there's not a penalty straight away. But right now we are a few days after the last deadline, which was 4th of June. And now I see that there's notifications coming up like, okay, you will have a penalty for late filing. So sometimes a few days late, it's not so bad. But once the last deadline is passed, it's the time is over. Can FTO file on behalf of a client who is late? And how does that work?
Yes, of course, we can file for clients even 1, 2, 3, 4 years late. It's absolutely fine. And actually, you just need to get in touch with us. And it will be pretty much the same process for you. In our case, depending on the situation and how late you are, we might work a bit differently. to reach out to the tax office directly, because of course the usual ways will not work. You won't be able to use the impôt.gouv account a few months after, and if you are more than a year late, of course, we might need to use a paper or a PDF form, but for you, it's pretty much exactly the same.
Yes, and we are sending instructions anyway once we prepare the return. And finally, what's your top tip for clients who are late now and watching this video?
So, good question. My first tip is, as we say in French, ne pas faire l'autruche. Do not play the ostrich. Don't put your head in the sand, thinking that they're going to forget about you. This is not going to happen. So don't wait. Don't think that nothing's going to happen, because this is going to happen. You can trust me on this. Don't wait 25 days. Just do it as soon as possible. Collect as many information and documents as possible to prove your good faith. Apologize, and it should be okay. Second one is, if you are late, then you better do it now and not wait for the tax office to come back to you, especially since you have never done anything, because the regularization delay is 3 years when you do
Yes.
something yourself, but it's 6 years when the tax office catches you. Plus, if the tax office catches you, they might not be as nice regarding penalties and fine.
Yes.
So we have a lot of clients forgetting about the IFI tax, the wealth tax.
Yeah.
If one day you watch this video like, oh, but I've never paid any wealth tax, please check it out. And if you think you should pay it, more than 1.5 million worth of real estate assets in France, then do it now, before the tax office catches you, because trust me, one day they will catch you anyway.
Yeah.
And the third one is, don't hesitate to contact us, ask us any question. If you're a bit lost, a bit worried, a bit stressed, that's fine. We're doing this all day long. We should be able to handle your case and take the stress out of you. Thank you very much for being with us, Joanne. I can leave you go back to your office. Thank you very much for watching. Do not hesitate to let us know if you have any ideas of new videos. Tell all your friends and the world about FTO, like, subscribe, and see you soon.
Bye-bye.